Good evening traders, it's Samurai Trader here. I've taken a short just before the candle closed and it bounced up on me just here. It's a T7. Even though it's just above the pivot on the NQ, it is around 5:20 p.m. here down under in Australia. So the market here is when it's been opened. From open this morning, we're on the NQ 133, so we can see how slow it is. Plus, of course, it's Friday evening here, very early Friday morning in the USA. So I expect it to punch through this pivot. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, who knows what'll happen. Of course, the markets are the markets. I trade what I see, not what I think. And what I do see here is a little double tops and double bottoms. The T7s overall on the NQ 133 are a very reliable trade, so they're a trade that I take most days of the week. And if we look over here, just while we're on this screen here, we can see here a T89 that I took just before the market closed this morning. So this was at around 3:45 New York time, around 5:45 a.m. Nice little trade down of a pivot here, 13 ticks, short of 10 contracts. Nice little double top again. It's a little hard to actually see. Let me just perhaps move this up. Sorry traders, I'm just going to show you this here. So we had a lovely little double top across the top there, and we had a beautiful another lovely T89 down on the left hand of the screen here. So the market, as you can see, this has been open of course for 8, 9, 10 hours now, so it's very, very slow. Let me get the math right, whatever how many hours it is, 9 and that's 8 hours, nearly 9 hours now. So we can see there's very little action. Now just on that point, I think last time I checked there was about 15,000, and this is early afternoon, thousand NQ contracts have traded in that time, so it's very, very slow. But you still get some great trading opportunities during the day. And so it's particularly, I love the double tops, as I mentioned. So my stop is actually 3 ticks above the high of the day. So I've got a 13 tick stop. So I've got a risk reward here of only 1 to 1. So it's going against me at the moment, but I'll keep you updated. Hello traders, so this T7 is one of these trades. It's just like watching oil paint dry. We're nearly 1.5 hours in this trade. It is Friday night, so it's very slow. I'm 3 ticks in profit, as I expected, and I think I mentioned earlier an hour and a half ago when I started recording this that I expected a T2 setup, which is exactly what happened here. We had a T2. Just some experience that I've got that on these double tops that I expected the market to actually turn. Let's say I'm 4 ticks in profit, so I wish it to continue down. Naturally I'm in a short position. So those that took this T2 would be and even the T1 that we had right here, and it's an 89 bounce, and of course it's a pivot bounce. So we've got all sorts of things happening which would have given you a signal to the upside. However, double tops and double bottoms I tend to find, particularly during the Globex market, during the after hours market on the NQ, are a high probability trade for me. They work well, so hence I took this short, and I'll keep you updated on this. I expect it to punch through. Now what we can actually now see is we can see the long-term stoke, the black line falling down. We're also got our platinum is now below the 0 line. So these are all fairly good signals that it will continue. However, it's very thinly traded this time of night. And by the way, I mentioned earlier that the market had turned over so far for the day about 10,000 contracts, 8 or 9,000. I can't remember exactly what I said a couple of hours ago, but actually, in actual fact, up till now it's only traded 5,200 contracts for this whole time period. So it's very slow, but I still find it a fairly good market to trade after hours. So we've now got a T10 has set up here. Let me just mark this up for you. So you can see the T10, a Stoke has rolled over, so we've got another short signal here with the T10. The disadvantage here, or the concerns that we have, of course, is this 89 and the pivot. I'm always concerned when I have the 89, and let me put I was doing training with someone before and I just turned some indicators off, so let me just put this back on. Excuse me for a moment. Let me just put my 200 on. And by the way, just on that point, the client that I was training earlier, I have a lot of extra indicators on my chart that, say if you're just trading a T1 or the T2, you really don't need. So you want to keep as least indicators on your chart as possible. So if you don't need an indicator, take it off. You know, sometimes we leave indicators on because they look sexy or look impressive, etc., but it tends to once again, it takes extra processing time. It tends to make the chart very busy, so keep your chart as clean as possible. And that's one of the big things that price action only traders really love about having a clean chart. So a price action trader, of course, they're generally using, say, a 21 EMA or a 34, maybe an 89 for trend direction. Then of course they're trading the candles. They're trading the T25 concept that we teach, which is a 2 to 5 candle pullback with the trend. So long message there, keep your charts clean. So I'll keep you updated and we'll get back to this. A bit of shameless promotion, of course. Let's not forget, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this for the first time. Now also, if you're serious about your trading career, as I was with this experienced trader today, they've been through their trading account a number of times and we went through the reasons why. I cover a lot of psychology in my course because the big thing is I look at trading traders as an iceberg, and we tend to get fixated at what we see above, that is the tip of the iceberg, which is our trading strategies. For trading strategies, traders is only 5%. Now I know some of you are starting to roll your eyes and think, oh, here we go again, but the point is, traders, if your bank account's not as big as you'd like it to be, please have a look at how you're doing the trading. And as we all know, that it's really over 90% of traders end up either losing their capital or making no money at all and giving up. Trading is the greatest profession in the world, and if you learn how to trade professionally, correctly the first time, you save yourself a lot of time and a lot of grief. Now I train because I love training traders. As you all know, I trade full-time. Besides the consulting clients I have this major project with the Follow Me company that I'm working with. We've got some major programs that we're launching in that area where I'm acting as a consultant for them. So in the meantime, I've been putting together this program, and it's really nickels and dimes to get this program for $197. It's peanuts. You'll save yourself years of time and thousands of dollars in purchasing systems, strategies, let alone the time you're going to save. Now let's just so email me directly for this course, and look, it's going to set you free. You may not like some of the things that I tell you. For an example, many experienced traders need to go back to the drawing board. You need to restart. You need to have a clean slate, because unfortunately we need to undo some of your thinking. If you're an experienced trader and you haven't made it, if you're a brand new trader, I love training new traders because you're an open book. You're open 99% of the time to new ideas and concepts. So invest $197 and save yourself a lot of time, a lot of grief, and a lot of money. It's peanuts for what you get. This has taken me over 20 years to put together, and it's absolutely priceless, as you'll see once you get it. Now let's go and have a look at this trade. Okay, we've popped down. Traders, I may even exit this trade very, very soon, and the reason I may exit it is this: time is not on your side. That is, here we are. I'm just exiting this now at 6 ticks. Now this may continue
Order
down.
filled.
So that was 6 ticks of profit on that trade. That is, we're bouncing around, and what I have here right now is a lot of what I call confluence right now. So what I've got is I've got a pivot. We can see it, the black dotted line here for the new traders. We've got the 89 converging and we've got just below the 200. So this can end up being a great deal of support. Now of course with the T10 here, it may punch through and it may fall. Well, that's trading. I've made a profit, I've locked a profit in, and as I mentioned, this trade's been going for an hour and a half, which is well beyond my comfort level, and we've got all of this support in this area. If it punches through and travels 50 ticks, c'est la vie. Fantastic, great, I'm happy for the traders that are in it. I've locked a profit in, and what I'll do is wait for another trade. Now realistically, being Friday night here, as most of you know, I usually retire around 8:30 p.m. and I get up and start trading from around 2:30 3:30 in the morning here, which is the peak of US session. However, Friday afternoons you've got to be really cautious, very careful. Friday mornings are fine, but just be very careful of a Friday afternoon. And of course, and sorry for the experienced traders, I'm just going to mention this again for the newer traders, you've got to check your red flags. And if I remember correctly, looking and checking red flags, there's a number of big US announcements coming out. So traders, just recapping, we had a great it's of course down here, we had a great T89 here, or for short, the long here. We had a lovely little T10 here. We had a fantastic T89 up the top here. Now T89s, when you're trading counter trend traders, please make sure that you're going for your 2 to 1 risk reward, or you 1 to 2, whichever way you want to put it. That is, for every dollar you put out there, of course you want to have a $2 return. Very important, particularly on your counter trend trades. Now your T89, for those students and clients that I have, you know, it's a very high probability trade. When you get this great angulation, and you can see it just there, see that wedge, see that distance, you've got your 89, you're traveling immediately up, and look at that wedge. It's almost and if we were to draw trend lines on a higher time frame, if I remember correctly with that trade, we actually had what we call a wolf wave. Now a wolf wave is a triangle set up, and you can basically trade it from a measured move point of view. Anyway, I'm rambling a little bit here. I won't be doing any more trades tonight. It's Friday night. I'll be spending some time downstairs with the family now, but good trading, and I'll post this, and yeah, order my course, subscribe to my YouTube channel please, and invest 100 and speak very soon. And as we sign off, what's this trade doing? As you can see here, it's just sitting around that 89, and that's exactly why I exited. Speak soon.